Yup. What's up, people? How y'all doing? Y'all already know what this is. King Astro for all y'all wanna what, wanna know, so let's go. Haha, y'all don't know. And we about to get into it. Ayo. The storm is still coming, y'all. Don't get too comfortable. The storm is coming. We're gonna be talking about exactly what I mean by that. So stay tuned, strap on your boots, and let's get ready to roll. Man, bring in my theme music. Yup. You already. Welcome back again. Now, before I go on, I just want to say I apologize for being gone so long. You know how it is when you're working on yourself spiritually. It's just pretty much every day, every week, I level up. You know what I'm saying? I learn something new about myself. I learn something new about the world around me. It's a constant state of evolution. So to be quite honest, I couldn't even keep up with myself. You know, the information that I was downloading on a regular. Okay, and it all started with semen retention. I don't want you to get it twisted. Okay? If you want to unlock all your chakras, you must get on semen retention. Why? Because semen retention starts at the root. Okay, this deals with your root chakra, your sacral chakra. So this is why semen retention is important. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get into that. But all this knowledge and download has been coming to me because I've been practicing this habit of retaining my seed. You know, so on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, I'm receiving a lot of downloads, so I constantly got to upgrade. And it literally got to the point where I had so much information, I would literally have to release a video every day just to keep up with myself. And I couldn't. It became overwhelming. So I had to just step it to the side because I really didn't have the time for it. And it was just so much going on at once that I just felt like, you know what, there's other people out there talking about everyday things. And most of the stuff I've talked about was prophecies and predicting the future. So, you know, a lot of my old videos are gonna come back full circle. You know, like this one, for instance. And you have to understand, when I do videos like this, you know, I don't really have a plan or anything like that. You know, I think of a topic of what I'm going to talk about, and usually my topics include everything, but I gotta narrow it down to something. I think about what I want to talk about, what the gist of the conversation is, and pretty much the rest is channeling. And to be honest, up until this point, I didn't even realize what I was doing. I kept questioning it because it was new to me. I never really was the type to just spill my thoughts, you know, 20, 30 minutes, an hour, you know. I could probably do it for a couple of hours if I let myself, but it's crazy, you know. I just get on here and just start talking about whatever, and it's like channeling. You know what I mean? It's literally channeling from my higher self, from whatever, I don't know. Something wants me to get this information out, and I found an outlet. And when I get on here, pretty much after a minute or two of yapping away, shit just starts to flow. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so we just gonna get into the gist of this, alright? Because we challenge it right now. So are we doomed? I don't know, guys. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an easy question. It's not an easy, yes, no type of answer. But it is a yes and a no. And it all depends on perspective. It all depends on where your level of consciousness is at the time that these events are taking place. You know what I mean? Because I've realized that if my state of consciousness was where it was 2 years ago and I've never evolved into this state, then I'll definitely be caught up in the mix and the whirlwind of things happening. But since I see things for the way it is, the veil has been lifted over my eyes. I pretty much see the Matrix for what it is. You can't tell me nothing. I mean, you can try lying and deceiving a person like me, but there's really nothing you can tell me at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know the game plan. I know all the angles. So someone's gonna come with a solution, but you can't come with a solution that is only beneficial to you and not the collective. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Like, I already know the solution, pretty much. You know what I mean? I already know the solution, so it's like you can't come to me with anything else, because there's only one way. You know what I mean? And the world is waking up fast, and that's why a lot of things are coming to a head fast. Things are turning up. You hear about the rumors of war here and there. You got the Rushmen going after the UK reign. Things starting to get ugly, with the sonic weapons. I feel like they just stepping it up notch by notch, but every now and then they come up with something new. But I feel like we're just getting a taste of what the Rushmen really have in store for the whole world to see. Especially the United Snakes of America. But it's just sad that it has to go down this way. So are we doomed? Pretty much. But hear me out. Just hear me out, right? It all depends on perspective. Doomed, yes, humanity is doomed because humanity as you know it, life as you know it, society, the way things are ran, the systems that are in place, judicial system, educational system, monetary system, economic system, political system. You get the gist. All the systems that are in place basically are coming to an end, right? Because it's a program, and it was a program that was pretty much running in a loop on this planet. We've been stuck in a cycle. We go through a cycle. Why would we have WW1 and WW2 and looking forward to a WW3? That's a cycle. It's like, why are we even having those? You know what I mean? And every event in between is the same thing that happened before it. When you had the WW1s and 2s, you also had the crash. The economic crash, the inflation. Pretty much a reset, but now it's going to be a global reset. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just gonna be here and there that's affected. This is the whole planet. So it's not just about me or you or they or them. This is about all of us, right? So now we're caught up in the mix. We're caught up in this web, entanglement, and things are being revealed because this is revelations. And the veil is being lifted, and the truth is being presented to you right in front of your face. And a lot of people are hearing the truth, but still choosing to remain ignorant. But at these times, ignorance is not bliss, unfortunately. You know, ignorance is gonna be a deadly cost, right? And a lot of people are gonna pay for being naive or ignoring the signs and the time, because there's just so many signs. You know what I'm saying? So many signs. Just look up in the sky. You know, look at the sun. The sun is changing. The sun right now is bright white. It used to be yellow, but now it's bright white. So that means it's emitting all colors. And if you pay attention to the solar events happening on a daily basis, the sun is spewing high amounts of plasma CMEs, coronal mass emissions, right? Which has pretty much depleted Earth's magnetosphere. Earth's magnetosphere is gone, right? All that negativity, all the stuff that was holding us down to the system is pretty much gone. You know, this money gone, this educational system gone, judicial system gone, being stripped away, right? All this negative energy, this operating system is being depleted, and right now, high amounts of UVC and UVD radiation, right? Ultraviolet radiation is hitting ground level. This used to be above UVC and UVD. Used to be above Earth's magnetosphere, right? But since the magnetosphere has been depleted, it's now touching ground level. And these are considered harmful particles of radiation, right? UVC and UVD is a penetrating wavelength, right? It can penetrate clothes, penetrate everything, house, walls, building. And it's a detoxifying and a cleansing frequency, right? Depending on your frequency. So if your frequency is lower than the radiation that's spewing from the sun, then you will have negative effects on you. If your frequency is high enough to match the frequency that the sun is emitting, then you'll be just fine. Okay, you might have some symptoms here and there, you know, fatigue or some headaches, you know, or just not wanting to eat as much anymore, you know, and changing your eating habits to match the energy and frequencies that's coming in, because that's what's happening to me. Like 2 years ago, I ate whatever. Literally 2 years ago, I ate whatever. And then I started cutting out the meat. And then I started cutting out the cheese. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna just try to eat rice and beans and vegetables, right? And fish. I did that for a while, and after a while I outgrew that and just started eating vegetables and just rice and beans. Then after a while I just said, okay, forget the rice and beans. I'm gonna just eat vegetables and fruits. And after a while I just started eating fruits. And right now I'm literally eating one meal a day. You know, it's called intermittent fasting. I eat one meal a day and pretty much fruits all day, every day. And I'm in the best shape of my life. I feel great. I mean, high amounts of energy. Okay, I don't need that much sleep. I need about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I'll be just fine to go the rest of the day. You know, high amounts of energy. You know, I can't even explain. You know, my energy shot through the roof. Um, I look younger, so I've aged down a bit. Um, a lot of positive effects, you know, that I can talk about, but that's for another video. Getting off topic here. All I'm saying is you got to start adjusting to the frequencies that are coming to this planet, because depending on what frequency you're on, you'll be either have a negative effect or positive effect. So are we doomed? Well, depending on what frequency you're on. So if you're a very toxic person, you're eating a lot of toxic food, you're eating a lot of dead animals, right? You're not cleaning your vessel, you're not working out, you're not exercising, you know what I'm saying? You're not meditating, you're not getting sun, right? You got hate in your heart, jealousy, envy, you know, all those things, you know. If you're on the wrong frequency, then you're just gonna get caught up in the mix. You're gonna feel it the hardest, and it might have a negative effect on you. You know, it might have the Walking Dead effect. Okay, when that solar event happens, every unnatural or inorganic species is going to be affected in a negative way, because you know, if you're unnatural to the planet, that means the natural changes will affect you in a negative way, because most of these inorganic species can't take the sun. Okay, so everything else that's happening is a distraction, you know. The wars, that's all distraction. Okay, what's going on is planetary changes, a new energy is here. Heaven heaven is literally merging with earth for those who choose to go in that route. Those who choose to stay, you make that choice. A lot of people who chose to take the stabby stab in the right arm, you know, they made a choice to stay. And the rest don't want to be tethered to this reality no more. So pretty much humanity is doomed, because a lot of people who've made their choice to stay in this reality, you know, they're gonna get recycled. That's what the reset is. It's the great recycling. You might have to come back and do it again. And for those who made the choice to ascend, well, it's gonna be living a different reality. You know, they get to move through all these changes, you know, in phase. Actually, we get leveled up. And when the solar event happens, we get powered up. Okay, our abilities begin to get activated as our DNA strands begin to fix themselves. And we find a way to get the telomeres, right? Because the telomeres is a cap on our DNA strand. Is a cap on our DNA strand that makes us literally age. Once we figure out how to get those telomeres off our DNA strand, we won't age anymore. We literally be immortal, okay? And from what I've been seeing and hearing, the solar event is supposed to heal that. So that's a good thing. So are we doomed? Yes and no. No, we're not doomed if you're doing the right thing and you're on the right frequency, right? You're on your semen retention shit. You can hold your nut in for at least 3 weeks at a time. You know, I'm not one of those guys, you know. I know I've said this and that before, but I'm gonna just be like, you know what? Not everybody can do on that shit forever. You know, you can't hold it in forever. I feel like as a beginner, 3 weeks at a time. Okay, and you need to go find out the way to have the O face. You know what I mean by O face? You gotta figure out how to orgasm without coming. basically is what I'm saying. Alright, and there's legendary ancient techniques about that you can find out there. Maybe I'll leave that gem in the video somewhere down the line, but you gotta keep listening to find out. But for now, all I'm saying is all these things is coming to a head and the end fast. We already went to 2 years of a planned demic, and you saw how that went. And now we into something else, something new. And pretty much, you know, it's just a lot of things that's happening on the planet that people won't understand. There's ships in the sky, huge ships in the skies, right? And people call them UFOs or extraterrestrials. They're just interdimensional beings from different realms that can exist in this reality and other realities, you know, and they've come to Earth because it's overdue. We were supposed to have merged with our galactic family a long time ago, but things got offset. So now it's things that's coming to a head. Either we're gonna merge with them and go the righteous route, or those who choose not to will get recycled. It's as plain as simple as that. Simple as black. Right, so you need to get on your job. You need to at least learn how to go without, okay? You gotta learn how to fast. You know, if you have health issues, don't do this, right? Consult your doctor first. If you're perfectly fine, you need to learn how to go with eating one meal a day. Okay, you learn how to eat fruits and vegetables, right? Exercise, get on your semen retention if you're a male, right? Get sunlight, you know, drink chlorophyll, drink distilled water, exercise, everything and anything that you can do to keep your vessel clean. Also keep your mind clean, because you gotta pretty much raise your consciousness. And raising your consciousness means you gotta seek the truth, right? Seek the truth to get that veil lifted. And when you know the truth, you raise your consciousness. And when you raise your consciousness, you raise your vibration, you raise your frequency. It's that simple. So seek knowledge, but you can't just seek any knowledge. You gotta seek knowledge yourself. You gotta know who you are, what you're doing here, what other people around you are doing here, and what you need to do to get out of this situation. Being on phase. It's a spiritual battle, right? This is not a battle between flesh, because we wrestle with principalities, right? It's as easy as saying no and standing on your morals and principles. Pretty much that's it. It comes down to a yes or a no. So yeah, I mean, on the flip side, you know, like I said, depending on what frequency you're on, we're not gonna say we're entirely doomed, you know, because there is hope for humanity to make a change around. We do have a small window right now, so we can't diddly daddle too long on the fence, because the entity that runs this planet is running out of time, and he sees his time is short, so he's gonna bring things to a head pretty soon. And if you know what's going on, then things won't be too scary, and you can stay on a high frequency as all these things happen. If you don't know what's going on, it's gonna hit you in the left field, and you're gonna panic, and your frequency is gonna get lowered, and you're gonna get dug deeper and deeper, drug into the mess that they're creating. You know, because like I said, this is all a program. This is a artificial intelligence system, but it's a nefarious system, and its goal is to exterminate. But we can rewrite the program, and rewrite the code, so we can bring life back to this planet. You know, it's just that a lot of changes are going to be made, and the inorganics and the unnaturals are going to be doomed for sure. But if you're natural to this planet and you keep yourself that way and keep your vessel clean and try to stay away from nanos and the black goo, then you'll be just fine. Okay, so remember guys, raise your consciousness. It's all about your frequency. It's a spiritual battle, not physical. Are we doomed? Yes. Everything that you know is coming to an end. Are we doomed? No, because it's a new world and we should be excited about the new earth that's coming, because freedom is around the corner. Alright? Love you guys. Peace. And I'm out.